So I got the privilege to work in a private space this weekend, and the topic of conversation was about shadow work and healing our inner child, and addressing like the subconscious wounds that we aren't always aware that we're carrying, right? So I just thought it'd be a good idea to bring some awareness to this. So many of us know like our conscious wounds that we carry, but how do we bring attention to the subconscious wounds? And what does that look like? Okay, so I'll just use myself as an example. There was a time recently where my dad was in the hospital, and I found myself being very triggered from the standpoint of not being heard by hospital staff, doctors, this, that, or whatever, and sometimes even my own family, right? But I had the awareness brought to me that that was actually a childhood wound, right? So like there's this child part of you that wasn't heard. So when you find yourself in situations as an adult, you find yourself triggered in those situations. So a good rule of thumb, or a tip to addressing those things, is every single time that you personally find yourself triggered, right, in a situation or by somebody, ask yourself why. Why does this bother me? What is the problem here? What can I do for myself to move through this space? Rather than just get angry or just cry or, become reactive to a person or a situation. Because more likely than not, you're carrying something in that subconscious, a wound per se, that hasn't had light shed on it. That is what shadow work is all about. It's about shining that light on the shadows, the shadow parts of self, then acknowledging what they are and addressing them, moving through them, and making peace with them. You don't know what you don't know. And the things that you've been through, you can't change them. But you can no longer allow them to be a weight that you carry in your life. So, like I said, just a good rule of thumb. If you're looking for somewhere to start with shadow work, with healing your inner child, anytime you find yourself becoming overly emotional, I won't even use triggered because I don't really like that word, and it's overused, but overly emotional or, again, triggered by a situation, ask yourself what specifically about it is bothering you. Is it that you're not being heard? Is it that your feelings are being dismissed? Is it that, a parent, a past partner, a sibling, who in your life, in whatever situation, brought that wound on? Then you begin to being able to start processing it and to breaking it down and learning how to take your power back, right? Because this is all about taking your power back and empowering yourself. So, like I said, just trying to share a helpful tidbit, because the thing is, we don't have to overcomplicate this like we do. It's really just about going within and being willing to do the work. Love you guys.